Now that we've completed all four mashing drills, the semi-supine mermaid, the supine, side lying, and prone mashing drills, we'll now come to taking this concept of mashing to full rolling. What I think is really interesting is that this actually traces sacred geometry of infinity loops up and down the body as you roll across the floor. So I'll show you what I mean. When we come to full rolling to prepare, we're supine with a hoop to ceiling. As that hoop swings to the side, I feel the pressure, that compression in my glutes. I soften the butt, I scoop in pelvic floor instead. As the hand glides to lower me, with a curled sternum, I'm mashing into that armpit line, helping to release the shoulder as I come all the way to prone. As I continue, tucking the tail, curling that sternum, I mash into the other armpit line, and then lowering with the heel, I start to soften the glutes, pelvic floor scoops in to help decelerate me. Nice, slow, soft, smooth trajectory. As I mash my glutes to mashing the armpit line. I'll then reverse as I tuck the tail, curl the sternum, mashing the armpit line to the glutes, mashing the glutes to the armpit line. Mashing the armpit line to the glutes, I'll reverse to the glutes, to the armpit line, to the armpit line, to the glutes. So if we were to have a force plate, something that shows weight distribution across, whatever surface you're standing on or lying on, if we were to look from a bird's eye view, you'd be able to see that we go from the glute line, so the primary keystone glute line, to the armpit line, that shoulder girdle, to the shoulder girdle other side, to the glutes of other side, to the glutes, to the shoulder girdle, to the shoulder girdle, to the glutes. And so you get this actually sort of ribbon candy infinity loop shape across the floor. And I think it's just really interesting that you can proof all of these shapes into sort of spirals of different vantage points. And it really, when I added this concept of mashing the glutes to mashing that shoulder girdle line, it really did help to release my primary and secondary keystones, being my sacrum and my sternum. And by feeling that I'm sort of less grippy in especially my large musculature, like my lats and my glutes, it allows me to then wake up from pelvic floor deeply in of those little erectors, those small local musculature, the little postural musculature. It allows me to then have sort of a deeper experience of conditioning my core centripetally across the floor, so that it really helps my rolling to become sort of very deep and intense sit-ups across the floor, as opposed to in one direction. We can go across the floor so as to allow everything to stay fluid in space and not grip, but still be deeply conditioned and strengthening and strengthening and lengthening, really giving it a resisted stretch while it's increasing strength.